Welcome to Secrets to Getting Yourself on TV. It can be much more easier than you think. Hi, I'm Judy Goss, and I'm constantly on TV and have been for the past 7 years. I'm also a radio show host every week with my own show on LA Talk Radio called What Women Want. I've hosted my own TV shows, interviewed A-list celebrities such as former First Lady Laura Bush, Barbara Corcoran, Nora Ephron, DMC, and many more. And I've also been on hundreds of national and local network TV shows across the country, and also have helped produce them as a TV lifestyle expert, spokesperson, published author of St. Martin's Press, and most recently as a woman's advocate. Now, this is where my expertise comes in for behind the camera. I've pitched and been pitched hundreds, probably thousands of times actually, from working in the publishing industry and now producing my own radio shows. And I know what it takes to book your own TV segment, as most of the TV I've done was booked myself without an agent or a PR company. Okay, so today what we're going to cover is what to pitch, how to pitch it and make it interesting, and how to act and dress when you're finally confirmed for that TV segment. Okay, let's start with what to pitch. Most producers are not interested in press releases. What they're looking for is a story. Now, that may surprise you, but they don't have time to read a press release and figure out what your product or service is about or how they can work it into the 3-minute segment. Now, I remember looking back and thinking when somebody sent me a press release, thinking, oh, God, I don't have time to read this. All I want to know are like the top 1 or 2 things they want to tell me. So you have to show them in an email very quickly and succinctly with a quick introduction of yourself and bullet points. Okay, so what do you tell them? Start with yourself as an expert. Introduce yourself. Sum it up in 1 line with your website link. Yes, 1 line. I know some of you out there can't do that, but you're going to have to. You can do it. Condensing is the key. So whether you've invented a product or have a service to offer, you need to establish your credibility in 1, maybe 2 lines to start. I've been told by a major network news anchor just recently that the producers don't care who you are, it's about what you have to say. That kind of surprised me, but they really don't. They want content. They want important, interesting, unique content. Then if they like the content in the email that you're presenting, then they will research you and make sure you are legitimate and can handle a TV segment. And most people can. They just want to research you and find out what you're all about. So tell your story in the email in the way that they can show it or present it on TV, preferably in bullet points. So you need to think about a little bit like you're writing a show on stage, like you're writing a script. For example, let's see, did you invent a baby product? Let's take that for an example. Write down 3 bullets as to why your baby product is the safest and most convenient product out there. Because that's what I think about when I think of babies, right? Safety and convenience. Relate it to a timely event, like Mother's Day. For new mothers, it would make a great gift. Or if there's a story in the news relating to babies, celebrities are always great to refer to. But make sure you pick a celebrity that has a baby. And if you have another type of product, obviously make sure that, you can somehow connect that celebrity to your product or service. So say I invented a baby bottle that travels well. Okay, I would title my pitch, Angelina Jolie could have used this baby item for her many kids. Now, even though Angelina Jolie has no idea who I am, and she probably doesn't know who you are, but you now have the producer's attention. You're just kind of using the celebrity as an example, and now you got their attention. Like, I wonder what Angelina could have used to make her life more convenient. How could she possibly have, made her life more convenient? And the key here, what I'm trying to say, is to get someone to open your email out of curiosity. So make it a story. If you remember one thing from this workshop, it's that producers are looking for stories that they can play out on the camera, like on stage. Even if you're selling a product, they need that story. It could be a fashion show, if you're a fashion stylist, a story they can relate to current events, a story comparing different baby products that are the best. It all comes down to that stage presentation. Now, in the photo that you're looking at, I wanted to get these sunglasses that Erica Hill is wearing there on the Saturday Early Show. And it happened to be spring season leading into summer. So I pitched a segment about beach bargains and got the sunglasses a lot of coverage in this segment. I added in a few other products that are beach-worthy, and in the meantime got the other products on the show. But the point is that I got the sunglasses noticed, And Erica Hill herself put them on and said she wanted to keep them. So that's great PR for the company that was making the sunglasses. Okay, so let's go into how to pitch. Each producer has a particular genre of a show that they produce, whether it's evening news, morning news, talk shows, etc., that type of thing. And you need to find the producers that are in the time frame and the type of show that you need. So this is about targeting the appropriate producers. You can start by calling the main news desk and ask for a morning show lifestyle producer, or simply ask for an email to pitch a segment for the morning news. Now, you say, why the morning news? Because evening news shows are more tailored for what's called hard news, and that consists of murders, traffic accidents, political scandals, that type of thing. And morning shows are typically more upbeat and feature lifestyle products that are interesting, and they feature entrepreneurs that have stories and those types of things for their segments. There are exceptions along the way. For example, Fox 5 at 6 p.m. in New York likes to start with positive news because Ernie Anastas, the anchor, prefers to highlight the people of New York and their inspiring stories first. But mostly you will be targeting morning news shows and talk shows. And I just want to let you know, number 2 on there, on the photo in front of you, says start with the local networks. Never underestimate the local networks. They have huge viewerships, and there's more of a chance for you to book a segment with them first, then move on to a national TV spot. You certainly don't want to make your first mistake on national TV. So get yourself experience first with the local news, and it is such great visibility. And third, be excited. Always be excited and positive about your brand. Do not start off with sentences like, I'm not sure if you're going to be interested in this, but here's my product, that type of thing. Or, I hope you will feature my product. No. Be confident and let them know that if they put your items or service on TV, their audience will learn something that they didn't know before. It's called takeaway tips. Okay, let's move on to how to act and dress when you do confirm that TV segment. There are a few basic rules you'll need to follow. A type of TV etiquette if you get a call to be on TV. If you don't follow TV etiquette, everyone, from the anchor to the producers, will know it's your first time on TV. One of the secrets to being on TV is getting an invitation to come back for another show, and also possibly book other networks from the producers or anchors' recommendations. This will not happen if you don't follow some basic rules of TV etiquette. Producers and TV anchors are constantly moving around from station to station, so once you get a bad reputation on one show, you will have a tough time getting booked again, and maybe on more than one show. It's too risky not to follow these rules, so let me walk you through with what is going to happen and how you should act, dress, and what to say. Okay, ground rules. When the cameras start rolling, the first rule is the way you exchange greetings or pleasantries with the anchor or reporter that you speak to when the camera first pans over to you. The anchor will introduce you, say a few words about why you were there, and then turn to you and thank you for coming on the show. The only answer that you should give back is, thank you for having me, right there on the slide in front of you. There are exceptions, of course, and this has happened to me, that the thank you for having me was out of context. And, the anchor tried to start the segment, and I'm sitting there going, thank you for having me, because I, didn't want to forget to say it. But that doesn't happen very often. 99% of the time, the anchor will thank you, and you'll respond, they'll say, thank you for coming on the show. You'll say, thank you for having me. And the whole staff on set, behind the cameras and in front of the cameras, will breathe a sigh of relief and know that the segment's going to be terrific. I'm serious. It will really relax everyone, especially the person who is interviewing you, and that is exactly what you want. You want them to be on your side. Why should it be stressful? I mean, this is fun, right? This is your chance. And this one thing is so simple to do, and the reporter or anchor will love you for it. You'll see. They'll even give you a little smile. Okay, speaking of facial expressions, never look at the camera. Does that sound crazy? Never look at the camera unless someone tells you to. You can see in each one of those photos, I am not even close to looking at that camera. Now, if you look at the camera, the anchor or reporter may get upset because he or she is supposed to be the center of attention. They're the host. They're the anchor, the one in charge of the conversation. It's actually considered rude to look into the camera unless they give you specific instructions to do so. Really, that's the truth. And I don't think I've ever had someone tell me to look into the camera unless it's a more casual interview or not for a TV network station. So if you don't believe me, just turn on the TV tomorrow morning or even tonight on the evening news and just watch any interview and just see how they never look into the camera. Most of the time when you're on set, an anchor or producer will tell you this before the interview starts, but if not, I caution you, do not look into that camera ever. I've done hundreds of TV segments, and you will never see me looking into the camera unless I'm hosting a show. I recently saw actually Susan Sarandon sitting at the anchor desk of the Today Show. I believe it was Susan Sarandon. It was definitely an A-list superstar. I couldn't believe it. She was sitting at the anchor desk with all the other anchors, and as big of a celebrity as she is, she didn't even look in the camera, and she even was sitting up at the desk with the hosts of the show, but she knew she was a guest there, and that surprised me, and I just thought to myself, oh my gosh, how important is that? Don't look at the camera during the interview. Okay, now we move on to what to wear or what not to wear. What to wear. If you're doing a segment about business, wear business attire, like a pantsuit or a skirt and blouse. And if you're being interviewed about something more lifestyle, make a fashion statement and wear an outfit that lets your personality shine through. You should alter your outfit according to what type of segment you're doing or what type of segment you're talking about. If you're talking about baby products, we're going back to baby products again because I did a few segments on baby products for some reason, I guess because I'm a mom. But you're going to be wearing something more conservative if you're doing a baby product segment than if you're talking about, a new rock band that you started. So you get the point. Dress how you would like to be perceived. Now, the woman in this photo is named Helen Powers. She is a fashion and travel correspondent for NBC Connecticut, and she is wearing an outfit that goes perfectly with what she specializes in. I mean, you can just look at her and you know she's about fashion. So in general, what not to wear, stay away from bright white, neon, and busy patterns. The white definitely skews the camera lens. Sometimes it makes those patterns that look like they're moving on your shirt, and it brings too much attention to the outfit, the neon and busy patterns and a lot of stuff going on there. You want to be the center of attention there. You don't want people, looking at your shirt or, how about if you finally got on TV and everyone was looking at your cool chandelier earrings and wondering where to buy them? Well, if you're not a stylist or a fashion expert like Helen is in the photo, that may be what you're looking for if you are a stylist or a fashion expert. But for all the rest of us, we really need to be focused on what we're talking about or how great our expertise is, and you don't want anything to take that attention away. And bring an extra shirt or dress in case you spill coffee on the one you have, or an anchor is wearing the exact same thing you are. Could happen. Tight shirts or blouses should be avoided unless you're a fitness instructor, and anything that is thin material. You'd be surprised at how all of a sudden when the spotlight is on you, how much you can see underneath your clothing. It's actually happened to me, and it's quite embarrassing as it's spread across social media. Everything is exaggerated in the spotlights, and especially on HGTV. Tight shirts look way too tight, thin material becomes see-through, and crazy patterns just make people dizzy. So keep to the conservative side, and definitely bring an extra outfit just in case. You never know when the producer's going to say, oh, you look too much like the anchor. Can you please go back and change? All right. Now, another tip I have for you that may seem obvious, but it may not. It's the last ground rule of TV I'm going to tell you is I can't stress the importance of being early for your call time. When a producer gives you a call time, they expect you to arrive at least 15 minutes early, at least 15 minutes early. I arrive at least 45 minutes to an hour early just in case. Because when I get to the studio, sometimes there's a long line to wait, for security check-in. They have a lot of security at these TV stations, let me tell you. Or if you need to drive around to find a parking space, if you get lost, there's bad weather, there's a lot of things that could happen, so give yourself plenty of time. If you missed a segment, excuse me, they will not only invite you back, but you will be blacklisted for that station and maybe others. TV producers and anchors jump from station to station all the time, and believe me, when I tell you if you don't show up for a segment, everyone will remember and make sure their friends in the business know it also. When I was working for Cosmopolitan and more magazines, if someone didn't show up for a photo shoot, not only were they talked about by the entire place that was attending the photo shoot, but we definitely remembered who they are and would not book them again. I was actually just on a TV segment in New York City for Fox, and the guest was running late, and it got everyone so nervous. And it really doesn't take much to get producers or anchors or reporters stressed out. Can you imagine having to deal with breaking news and live TV shows all the time? I mean, their adrenaline is constantly flowing, and they really need to have a smooth flowing experience with the guests. So it will also stress you out to see the reactions to you when you walk in late, believe me. Then you'll have to go on the set with that nervous energy. So being on TV is nerve-wracking enough. Just get there early, plenty of time to relax, you get the picture, and you might even get to know the producers of the show backstage. And, you know, making people wanting you back and recommending you to other TV stations is more than just having a good segment. It's being easy to work with, being prepared, wearing the right outfit, and being on time. Okay, my last slide here is called Posturing for Success, and I can't tell you how important this is. Now you know a little bit about what to expect when you walk onto a TV set, what to wear, how to act, but you also have to hold yourself the right way. And it really affects the impression people get of you when they first see you. This isn't just for TV appearances. This is for public speaking and even when just meeting people in person at networking events or parties or wherever. Check out the photo in front of you. I'm in the orange talking to an anchor from NBC. I'm sitting up straight with my hands in my lap, exuding confidence and expertise in what I'm speaking about. Now, I'm the founder of Over 40 Females, so of course I am confident about what I'm speaking about, but so will you also about your product or service. Your body language must be relaxed on camera to get people to relate to you. So let's start quickly from the top. The head. The angle in which you hold your head is very important, and especially on camera. Amateurs tend to hold their chins up a little too much when they get nervous, and when you're holding your chin too high, it's hard to keep an audience's attention or look serious and convincing about what you're talking about. Lower it, and you automatically look more confident and direct. You're on TV to sell something, and a look that is level and straight on will be that much more convincing. You want to drive home your point. This is your chance, right? It's much more convincing to stare people right in the eye, even if you're looking at the anchor and not the camera. And also, put your shoulders back and down, too, because if you have your shoulders scrunched up close to your ears, it's another sign of nervousness. Take a deep breath before you walk on the set. Blow it out and settle yourself in the chair or wherever they put you and try to just relax and keep your chin down. So you can practice for this at home by taking a video of exaggerated angles of your face or a photograph and compare them side by side, and you'll see the differences immediately. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed my secrets to getting yourself on TV. If you're listening and happen to be a woman over the age of 40, I would love you to join my national networking community, Over 40 Females, on over40females.com. Memberships start at only $17 a month. And if you are a member, thank you. If anyone would like private coaching on media training or how to pitch producers with your product, please email me at judy@judygoss.com, and I would be more than happy to help you. And for more info about Over 40 Females, the email would be info@over40females.com. Okay, thank you for joining us, and have a great day.